So let's talk about the song You Lied, which is track
Oh, that's
5.
another one. That's another one I really like.
You Lied was cool because it's one of our faster songs. Yep. And so, but we took a really different approach. While a lot of other contemporary punk rock bands of ours at the time were making these songs that were, super fast, the forbidden beat or whatever you want to call it, whatever. And even though they were fast, sometimes they seemed to lack any real substance or teeth. And what I like about You Lied is it's this song that is, it has enough emotion in it that it feels heavy, sonically and with the melody and everything, but it's also fast.
It could have been a good song at mid-tempo. It could have been, but we had a bunch of mid-tempo songs already. Why not double time this one? And it came out great that way. But I know what you mean,
it's just a cool, it's almost really like a cool U2 guitar part, but over a fast drum beat.
Yep.
So that one quickly became one of the favorites, and I can remember, or one of the songs that we just always play in the set.
Yeah, like couldn't wait for it.
When we were recording it, I thought it was a trip because Tom Wilson, the producer of the album, heard that song without any vocals when we were just cutting the basics. And he goes, "This should be your single." And at the time I was like, Are you out of your mind? Songs this fast don't get played on the radio.
Have you heard the radio?
When only maybe 5 years later, Blink-182 would have songs that fast on the radio. Yeah. So maybe we were just a little bit, too early for radio to be ready for that kind of vibe.
We were very groundbreaking. We just didn't follow through with it.
I think we just came up with stuff that other people ripped off and were better at getting it into the mainstream.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I don't know. Tom recognized something in that song early that I thought was cool, and I was like, man, could a song this fast ever get played on the radio? That would be amazing. But I wrote it off pretty quickly. Yeah,
we never followed through with that. We always played it live though. Another one. Well, at that point we only had the one record out, so we had to play all the songs live.
That's true. That's true. When you only have your first 3 or so records out, you're playing almost all of them, but at this point in our career, you're lucky to play 1 or 2 songs off of a new album. They just don't. People want the older stuff, and I get it. I want the older stuff from the bands I go see too.
Sure, and that's how it'll always be.
Or the familiar stuff, or whatever.
People will always
songs rise to the top throughout your career. People
will put out an album, and everybody will be like, "Oh, I like the old stuff better," and then the next record will come out, and they'll say, "Oh, why couldn't they be more like the last record?"
Sure.
And it's like that's every record ever made has always been that way.
The really crazy extreme of that happens to be German punk rock fans who only ever like your demo tape.
They have the best insults of all time.
They're like, your new album, it's not so good, but the time that I recorded you at the Squat in Munich, that was the best recording. That was pressed, on that independent label that no one ever bought a copy of. That was your best album.
Yeah. It's on an old cassette that actually broke. But I think the best insults I ever got was in Germany, and it was, I don't know if it was a compliment, but the new album, it's very good, but the songs, they are not so good. And I had to...
What does that mean?
Nothing. You walk away.
They like the artwork?
You just turn around and...
The new album's good, but the songs aren't?
The new album is very good, but the songs, they are not so good. There's nothing you can do with that.
Not really.
At all.
Not really.
That's how...
My response to that is usually something along the lines of, well, you still have the old ones.
Yeah.
So, cool. Just let's focus on the stuff you like.
Yeah.
Let's not, if you don't like it, okay.
Tonight, just go with you like the new album.
We'll just play the stuff you like. How about that?
Yeah.
I like to stick with the positive side of that. So, your new record sucks. Cool, we won't play it.
But the songs are great. But so what, the artwork's bad? It was just very...
I don't get it.
It was confusing. It was confusing. That's weird you brought up Germany. Do you remember?
Because I remember the first time I went there hearing that. It's a cliche because you can ask almost any punk rock band and they're going to tell you they've had that experience.
We went there with Live Wagon.
I've heard your album and it's... I don't like it so much, but I liked your demo tape.
It's not what I was expecting.
Your demo tape was the best thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, demo's great.
You only like the thing that is cool.
And you brought up something interesting. Or like I was going to say, our first time we went to Germany was with Lagwagon. We were there a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And our record wasn't out yet. But there was like somebody got a copy of something. And remember there was cassettes at a certain show.
Yes.
Kids were showing up with cassettes. And we were signing cassettes.
Where the hell did those come from?
No idea. Just full like black market things before the black market existed. Somewhere off the Silk Road that didn't exist yet. But it was crazy. So we got to towns and kids were knowing the songs and we didn't have anything to sell.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah. No, it was great.
It was awesome.
We might have been talking about this in another song. I don't remember. We're just going to keep talking because we're having fun and hanging out and reminiscing about old times. But Don't Turn Away actually got popular faster than we expected. Like, you always want your records to do well, but it happened quickly. And before we knew it, we were already working on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe not feeling entirely prepared to do it.
A lot of pressure.
But cranking songs out to the extent that we were writing some of these songs while we were on tour, getting ready to come off tour and then go and record them. So not by any stretch of the imagination would I call this a sophomore slump, because I think it's a strong album, but I don't think we really, if I could go back in time, I don't have any regrets, but it might have been nice to have more time to develop the record and spend more time with the songs and the recording. This all happened like really, really quickly.
Luckily, the remastering of it sounds way better.
Yes.
You know, and the basic ideas of what we want to do are there.
Yeah.
So the remastering was huge. When I got those copies, I was like, okay, this sounds killer. But, you know, I think at the time people were a little thrown off by a lot of it. Like, oh, it's a major label release. But was it? And
yeah. Things that mattered in 1995 that no one cares about now. Nope. You know, like,
why are we even talking about it?
It used to be a thing. It used to be a thing that if you were on a major, it wasn't cool or whatever.
Oh, God, sellout was like the thing you hear.
Part of me wanted to just be on a major to, number one, do it, to number two, be able to get enough of an advance to make a record and maybe be able to tour, so not worry about not having a job when you get back. And number three, to tell everyone else, fuck you. Don't tell me what label I can be on or not. It's funny, punk rock used to have so many rules that it was like, why am I trying to follow these rules?
And this was still all at a time when it was all about, God, some of the shows were scary. You remember how scary some of the shows were?
Yeah.
We did that one down in, where was it? Elsinore? When all the skinheads were going to come, they were going to show up to
there's always the threat of that kind of
stuff.
We're
like, oh my God, like why? What do we do? I don't know. It was a weird time. That whole era was just so bizarre. You know, I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it was still
it was
a very
great. It was
time.
Those were the salad days for sure. It was fun to and a little bit dangerous and a little scary, but yeah, it was good. So we veered really far off of the song "You Lied," which is going to happen, but. Yeah, it still remains today one of my favorites and I think a standout track on the record. That's probably cliche, but we're going to get to some of the tracks I don't think are standouts, and I'll be happy to criticize them when we get to it.
I'm actually looking forward to that myself.
So for the time being, enjoy You Lied. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like access to even more exclusive face-to-face content, then please click on the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen to subscribe to the Face to Face official YouTube channel.